With the American president's trip to the UK this week, the Metropolitan Police is bracing itself for more protests. But it's not just in the capital that security is being heightened. The majority of the President Trump's engagements are in Windsor, where Paul Murphy-Casp reports that planning is well underway.
This was the overwhelming reception to Donald Trump's first presidential visit to London in 2018. When the President and First Lady arrive on Tuesday, they will spend most of the time in Windsor. Earlier this week, preemptive checks for weapons and explosives ahead of their arrival, but it's part of a plan that's been 2 months in the making.
It's a really comprehensive policing plan that goes around this operation. So as you can imagine, within those planning meetings, we've got all our partner agencies, Windsor and Maidenhead and Royal Borough Council, and that allows us to make sure that this can go off safely.
Drones will play a big part of the surveillance operation, while the mounted section will be keeping a close eye on things on the ground.
We obviously have a massive height advantage when we're riding on top of a horse, so we're very visible to members of the public and criminals and people like that. But also we get a massive field of vision from the top there, so we can see things going on behind fences, in deep crowds, so we're a very highly visible part of police work.
Whenever Trump comes to the UK, protests aren't far behind. And this week, both the Metropolitan Police and Thames Valley Police are expecting significant crowds. Alongside that, security for the President has been tightened this week with the shooting of Charlie Kirk.
It helps that he's staying at Windsor Castle, right? Obviously a very protected and somewhat removed location, not London. So it's easier to control who can get close to the castle and how many people get into Windsor at all. The Secret Service understands he remains a target.
A costly planning and logistical operation, the success of which we won't know until he boards Air Force One to head back to the United States on Thursday. Paul Murphy, BBC London.
Talks are being held on Wednesday to try to resolve the dispute that led to last week's tube strike. Business groups said the walkout over demands to reduce the working week from 35 to 32 hours will have cost the capital around £230 million. TfL says even a 30-minute reduction would cost £30 million a year. The RMT union told the BBC more strikes could still go ahead.
We need to make serious progress on looking at how we address fatigue and shift work in London. It's becoming absolutely critical to our members. 2,000 less staff, we're delivering record numbers of ridership. It's really serious for our members, so we've got to carry out their wishes and we've got to seek some improvements in that area. We're always prepared to negotiate and we're always prepared to strike.
Next, 40 bike thefts are reported every day to the police, but very few cases result in anyone being prosecuted. Now, one London company believes a GPS tracking app could help if your bike is stolen. Helen Drew has more.
So we've just had the theft come in. It's for one of our fleet customers. So this is the food delivery courier who had his bike nicked.
The stolen bike has a tracker and Bilal is following its GPS signal, currently showing around Waterloo.
So we've been here a couple of minutes. The bike that we're looking for has been picked up on the scanner once or twice, but the signal's coming in and out.
It could be that the bike's on the move.
So do you see how it kind of spiked to minus 75, minus 70?
So this is suggesting that it's really close, within a couple of metres.
Yeah, so it's actually there.
The stolen bike is in the communal hallway of a block of flats and we can see it through the letterbox. Bilal's next task is to gain entry into the building, which he does by explaining what he's doing to a resident who lets him in.
Success!
I know it seems too good to be true, but 9 times out of 10 it is as easy as that.
Across London, thousands of bikes were reported stolen to the Met Police in the first half of this year, but less than 1% have seen anyone charged, prosecuted or cautioned. One of those thefts was caught on CCTV, as this opportunist walks into a bike shop on the North Circular, eyes up a £1,700 bike that was in there for a service and steals it. This is that bike, returned to owner Vinny from Southgate.
I'm taking this to work and back. This is my main method of commute to get into the city. And you take that away and all of a sudden, I'm like, well, how do I get to work today?
The Met says they investigate all crimes reported to them, as well as carrying out extra patrols across London as appropriate. Helen Drew, BBC London.
24 people have been arrested following a protest and counter-protest in central London yesterday. It's estimated more than 110,000 people marched through the capital at the rally organised by far-right activist Tommy Robinson. The counter-protest was organised by anti-racism campaigners. The government has called the marches a klaxon call for MPs to address immigration and has condemned those who attacked and injured 26 police officers, 4 of whom were seriously injured. People were evacuated from Westfield Stratford City after a fire broke out in the shopping centre's car park. Footage showed plumes of black smoke rising from the car park where several vehicles caught fire yesterday afternoon. Several vehicles were damaged in the blaze and 2 people were treated at the scene by paramedics. The National Gallery's announced plans to expand after receiving pledges of £375 million from private donors. The gallery has now launched an international architectural competition to design a new wing for its expanded collection. It will be built on the last remaining part of the current campus and is planned to revitalise the area between Leicester Square and Trafalgar Square, creating a vibrant, fresh experience for visitors.